Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the game where you are always aiming for the lowest score. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Val. I'm from North Lincolnshire. This is my son-in-law, John, and he's from Suffolk.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Julie. This is my husband, Chris, and we're from Oldham.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Robert from Bromley in London, and this is my friend and colleague, Osama, from Southall in London.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Kate. This is my sister, Beth. We're originally from Wolverhampton, but now both living in London.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He's a certified brainiac. A quarter brain, three-quarters celeriac. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody. Hello there.
Hello.
Two very strong pairs returning. Head-to-head last time, Julie and Chris. Welcome back. Lovely to have you here. And Kate and Beth, who were knocked out in round two as well. Welcome to our two new pairs. Lovely to have you here. John taking the risk of coming on the show with his mother-in-law. We had a son-in-law, father-in-law pair recently, and that went very well.
It did work well.
No pressure, but that went very well.
Yeah, very good chemistry.
So, listen, we shall see. But, yeah, we're giving away the jackpot 2 shows in a row as well, which is nice. Can we make it a hat-trick? Often goes in runs like that.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Yes, Danny and Frank, brilliant. Won the jackpot last time. So that means today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. Right, without any further ado, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. The only thing you have to remember is this. It will be the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated. So just score as low as you possibly can, and everything will be great. Best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this afternoon is cinema. Can you all decide in your pairs who wants to go first, who wants to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns V's in film titles. Richard.
On each board, we're going to show you the titles of 7 films. We've missed out 1 word from each title, and that word begins with V. But what is that word, please? We're also going to show you 2 stars of the film and the year in which it was released.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, so let's reveal our first board of films with V words missing. And here they are. We have got Interview with the blank. Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, 1994. The Seventh blank. James Mason, Anne Todd, 1945. Terminal blank. Charlie Sheen, James Gandolfini, 1994. The blank Code, Tom Hanks, Audrey Tautou, 2006. This is so hard, by the way.
Yeah, to not fill them in. You're doing very well.
Yeah. Good Morning, blank. Robin Williams, Forrest Whitaker, 1987. V for blank. Natalie Portman, Hugo Weaving, 2005. National, blank. Elizabeth Taylor, Mickey Rooney, 1944. I'll read those again. Interview with the blank. The Seventh blank. Terminal blank. The blank Code. Good Morning blank. V for blank. National blank.
You did very well.
Made it. John, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm a GP, and I look after some of the oldest people in the UK.
Whereabouts are you based?
In Suffolk, yeah, near Newmarket.
I see. Very good indeed. What are your interests, John?
So I'm quite interested in education, medical education, but I also do a lot of video production stuff. Mainly educational stuff, but also fun projects when I get the time.
I see. So you teach as well as...
Yes. Well, I organise part of the medical school course.
I see. OK, very good indeed. Now, John.
Yeah.
How are you liking our board of films with missing V words?
Pretty good. I watch a lot of films with V's in them, so
OK,
I'm good.
Well, thank goodness.
So I'm going to go with the third one down, Velocity, Terminal Velocity.
Terminal Velocity for Charlie Sheen, James Gandolfini. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Terminal Velocity. Look at that, Terminal Velocity, 21. Very well done indeed, John. Great start to the round.
Yeah, about a skydiving instructor plunged into the world of international espionage. There were 2 skydiving action movies that year, Terminal Velocity and The Drop Zone. I would say they had equal merit.
Diplomatic. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Julie, welcome back.
Thank you.
So, Julie, yes, remind us all about yourself.
So I'm a contraception and sexual health nurse, live in Oldham, work in Manchester. I've done that for a long time. We've got 3 sons.
What are your interests, Julie?
I've recently taken up running and I do the park run every
Have
Saturday.
you got to that stage? Because a lot of people I know who take up running find that it becomes quite addictive. Have you got to that stage yet?
Slightly. It's a bittersweet. I don't like particularly going out, but once you're out, the endorphins that you get, you know, it's enjoyable when you finish the run.
I've never got beyond the bitter bit
No,
of that.
yeah.
But there we are. One of these days, I will. Now, Julie, what are you going to go for?
I know a few, but I think I'm going to go for the bottom one, the Elizabeth Taylor one, and that's National Velvet.
National Velvet, says Julie. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Velvet. .21's the only score we have. 37 for National Velvet.
Yeah, she was 12 years old when she made that film, and after the film, as a birthday present, she was given the horse called King Charles. She was given it as a birthday present.
I mean, that's quite a birthday present,
Isn't it just? A good racehorse as well. It's the grandson of Man of War, one of the most famous racehorses of all time.
And did it keep racing?
King Charles?
In her, yeah.
Yes, and she won the Derby on him.
Yeah?
She didn't really win the Derby on him.
Very good. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Osama, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm an economist working for a trade association that represents construction building materials.
And so what do you do in your work?
So I look at market trends, market information, look at how that affects our industry and how we feed into the wider economy.
I see. Are you having to make sort of predictions and forecasts about
we do some forecasting, yeah. And we see how our members would use that.
Very good indeed. OK, so Osama, what would you like to go for on our board here?
I know a couple of them, so it's just choosing between which one I think would be lower. So I'll go for the Natalie Portman and Hugo Weaving film for V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta, says Osama. Let's see how many of our 100 people said V for Vendetta. It's right. 37 is the high score, 21 is the low. You passed the high, there you are, 32.
Yeah, when those two characters meet, Hugo Weaving gives a speech, part of which is 126 words long, contains 49 words beginning with V.
What about that?
Yeah.
They filmed it in our street. Where we used to live. Yeah, where we used to live.
I didn't know we lived in the same street.
Yes, we did. No, the street we used to live in Islington.
Really?
And Natalie Portman and Stephen Fry. Well, I mean, Stephen Fry was filming around the corner. So we went down and said hello. Stephen Fry said, well, when we finish the scene, we'll come up and say hello. So Stephen and Natalie dropped in for a drink.
So Natalie Portman came round to your house?
Yes.
Wow.
For a drink.
What did you serve them? Vimto?
No. Give them vinegar. They sat and drank it.
Wow, Natalie Portman,
exciting.
in your house.
In our house.
How about that?
How about that? Thank you very much indeed. And so now we come to you, Beth. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Remind us all about yourself.
I'm an oboe specialist from London.
An oboe specialist. Now, were you an oboe player?
Yes, so I started in school, did it at uni, did a master's as well, and then got the job.
And got the job. And are you still playing now? Do you still, I mean...
Yeah, I play, I do some freelance, I do some teaching, so a big range of things.
I haven't played for a long time. And the trouble, as you know, with the oboe...
Yeah,
it's all about... It's quite scary. I mean, I could literally play for about 5 seconds
It comes
now.
back quickly, though.
Does it?
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah, I will go back to it. I promise. I promise. I do. Anyway, what are you going to go for on this board? It's all yours.
Unfortunately, I know 3 out of the 4, but I think they're all going to be quite high. I don't know the 7th blank, which I expect is the best one. The top one is Interview with the Vampire. The Da Vinci Code. I think I'm going to go for Good Morning Vietnam.
OK, Good Morning Vietnam, says Beth. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Vietnam. Ooh, 56 for Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, you got slightly fewer points for Interview with the Vampire. Not a huge difference. Would have scored you 49 points. The Da Vinci Code you did well to avoid. That is the biggest score up there. Da Vinci would have scored you 74. And you're quite right. The best answer up there is the 7th.
Veil.
Veil, yeah, very well played. 15 points for that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. What better opportunity could we wish for to look at our scores again? Well done, John. 21. Turns out that was the best score of the past, so very well done to you. And then at the other end of the scale, and indeed the other end of the line, 56 is the highest score. So good luck with that, Kate. See if you can find a nice low-scoring one on the next board. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, 7 more film titles to go up on the board, each with a missing V word. And here they are. We have got How Green Was My Blank, Walter Pidgeon, Maureen O'Hara, 1941. A Blank to a Kill, Roger Moore, Christopher Walken, 1985. Die Hard with a Blank, Bruce Willis, Jeremy Irons, 1995. A History of Blank, Viggo Mortensen, William Hurt, 2005. Blank Sky, Tom Cruise, Penelope Cruz, 2001. Leaving Las Blank, Nicolas Cage, Elizabeth Shue, 1995. And Dark Blank, Betty Davis, Humphrey Bogart, 1939. I'm going to read those all again. How Green Was My Blank? A Blank to a Kill, Die Hard with a Blank, A History of Blank, Blank Sky, Leaving Las Blank, and Dark Blank. There we are, Kate. 7 films there with missing Vs. Remind us all about yourself, Kate.
So I'm a video editor, so I work a lot with films, so this should be a good one for me.
Well, it should. So what sort of things do you edit?
I work on film premieres, and then I do a lot of work for American basketball franchises and mouse-based tourist destinations.
Mouse-based tour, I like that. OK, so there's a missing word beginning with V from each of these film titles. What is it? What are you going to go for?
So, trying to think what the most obscure will be, because I don't know the 2 oldest ones. I'm thinking maybe Vanilla Sky. OK, Vanilla Sky, Tom Cruise and Penelope Cruz. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. There's no red line for you at the moment because you're the highest scorers right now. That will all change, I'm sure. Vanilla Sky goes down to 40, taking your total up to 96.
Yeah, well done. That's the remake of a Spanish film, and Penelope Cruz plays the same role in both. Plays the same role in the Spanish one as she did in the remake.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Robert, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Robert.
So I'm Director of Public Affairs at the same trade association as Osama. So that means I go and talk to MPs or civil servants or various bits of government.
So you spend your time basically in Westminster and Whitehall, do you?
Well, I spend most of my time in the office writing stuff that I hope people will read, and then
see.
eventually try to go and get...
What guarantees do you have? How do you make sure they read your submissions?
Keep it short, be really clear and just try to make it relevant to them. So if it's an MP with something in their constituency, make it about that.
And do you sort of build friendships and sort
That's
of
the plan.
good, sort of, yes, nice working networks and things. That's good. OK, good stuff. Now, Robert, there you are. You're on 32, 63 or less sees you into round 2.
Yeah, I know a few of them, but they're all quite... I don't know the 2 older ones. So, and I don't know one of the other ones. So I'll go for... It's all quite obvious, the ones I do know. Let's go with Die Hard with a Vengeance.
OK, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Here's your red line. Can you get below that? Let's find out. You've done it! Oh, that's great economy as well. You needed 63, got 59. No mucking about. 91 is your total. Well done.
Yeah, very well played. Now, they filmed that on my street.
Yes, so they did.
Yes.
I forgot you lived there.
Bruce Willis threw a helicopter through my upstairs window.
Yes. Oh.
And I bought him up a lovely cup of Earl Grey.
That's nice.
He was very grateful.
He'd have loved that.
He did.
Very nice. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Chris, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself.
My name's Chris. I work in plant hire, machinery, hiring to all the construction companies in Greater Manchester.
Plant hire, obviously, it makes great sense because it means all sorts of people don't need to have all that stuff sitting around in their yard.
Yeah.
But presumably, plant hire, you must have them. And what sort of acreage is your plant hire
Big.
store?
A very large.
I mean, absolutely colossal.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Now, 37 is your score at the moment. If you can score 58 or less, you're into the next round.
Yeah, I think we're struggling here. The ones I wanted have gone. The one I do know, I think will be a nice score. I'm going to have to take it. A View to a Kill, Roger Moore.
OK, you're going to go for A View to a Kill. Let's see how many of our 100 people said View. There's your red line. View is right. Oh, you're through. Look at that. Again, perfect. 51, good economy. 88 is your total.
I mean, it's a pretty low score. I mean, not that we underestimate our 100, but not only did only 51 people say view, this is genuinely true. 3 people for a word beginning with V to fit in there, said mockingbird.
A mockingbird
to a kill. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you very much. Sue, Val, welcome.
Thank you.
Great to have you here, Val. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I'm semi-retired from the family building supplies business, which I run with my husband and my son.
What are your interests, Val?
Well, I play a lot of bridge, do yoga, and I recently got involved. We have a school in Barton, and they ran Victorian Days for children and World War II Days, and I'm just starting to get involved with that now, so...
Very good indeed. OK, Val. 21 is your score at the moment. 74 is your target. Can you talk us through this board?
No. I know one really what would be high answer, and I'm going to take a chance on the top one, how green was my valley.
Surely. Green
I'm
begins with
hoping.
V. How green was my valley? Here is your red line. Can you get below that with valley? It's definitely right. And you have got below it with valley. And with plenty of room to spare. 31, very well done indeed. 52 is your total.
Yeah, it won 5 Oscars, that film. It won the Best Picture Oscar. It's the film that beat Citizen Kane to Best Film, How Green is My Valley. Shall we fit in the rest of these? Do you know the Viggo Mortensen film?
No, I don't think I do.
It's a history of violence. Would have scored you 9 points. Leaving Las Vegas would have scored 71. And the best answer, Dark...
I want to say Victory. It's not Victory. Is it Victory?
It is, Dark Victory. Yeah, very well done. I thought Violets.
Dark Violence again.
Dark Violence. 2 points for that. Very well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair who are heading home with their high score of 96. I'm so sorry, Kate and Beth. It is you we have to say goodbye to. It's been lovely having you on the show, but far too soon to be saying goodbye. Thank you so much for coming to play, Kate and Beth. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Very well done, everybody. We cruised through that cinema round. John, our lowest individual score. In fact, John and Val, our lowest combined score. It's the son, mother-in-law.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's just an unstoppable force there.
I know, and Val's name beginning with V as well.
I know.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's all,
I know, right?
all good. Very well done, everybody, though. Best of luck. Our category for round 2 today is chemistry. Can you all decide in your pairs who wants to go first, who wants to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many chemical elements with a 2-letter chemical symbol that is in alphabetical order as they could.
That's going to be a tricky one, this one. We're looking for any chemical symbol of any element on the periodic table as of November 2019, please, that has a 2-letter symbol but has to be in alphabetical order. So neon, for example, which is Ne, would be incorrect because that's not in alphabetical order.
I see. But we're after the chemical element itself, not the symbol.
And we're looking for the name of the element.
The name of the element. OK, so, John.
I'm going to go with Einsteinium.
Einsteinium, says John. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Einsteinium. It is right. Oh, it's looking good, John. Down it goes to 2. Very well done indeed. What a start to the round. Einsteinium.
Yeah, E.S. Einstein. Very well done on that first podium. It was discovered in the debris of a nuclear explosion. Einsteinium.
Well, that's quite a fun place to go and rootle around for new elements.
Great fun. Yeah, found by a couple of beachcombers.
Yeah.
Just rootling around. Named after...
Einstein.
Yeah. But which one?
Oh, a go-go.
Dave Einstein.
Dave Einstein,
Yeah.
of course, was one of the...
Albert said, look, enough. I've had enough of this stuff. Name it after Dave because he doesn't get anything.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. OK, now, Julie.
I'm worried I might have made this one up, but I'm going to go
Sounds good to me already.
Francium.
Francium. Francium. What do we think the...
FR, I think.
OK, good. Francium.
Like I say, I might have made it up.
Well, let's see. Francium. Is it right? It's right. 2 is the only score we have at the moment. If you thought you made it up, it means it must be obscure. There we are. 3.
Yeah, absolutely right. It is FR as well. It's intensely radioactive. If you put like even a drop of francium in water, there would be a massive explosion.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Robert, what are you going to go for?
Let's go for beryllium.
Beryllium. Beryllium. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right. Well, 3 is the high score, 2 is the low, 14 is where beryllium ends up.
Very well played, yeah. BE. Everyone's doing very well, aren't they?
I know.
It's the 4th lightest of the elements, beryllium.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Well, we're about to head back down the line, so let's have a look at those scores. 2, well done to you, John. Best score of the pass. 14, there we are. Quite a high score for beryllium there. But, Osama, it's down to you. See if you can find a nice low-scoring element there. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Osama, we are looking for any element with a chemical symbol whose 2 letters are in alphabetical order. Now, yes, what are you going to go for?
I'm trying to draw on all my GCSE chemistry knowledge. Shame to admit I didn't really listen in that class. But I'm
Mind you, the ones that are going to be are nice low-scoring elements. You've got to hope didn't feature in GCSE chemistry. I mean,
so
if I knew everyone was playing about with beryllium, I'd be worried.
I think I'm going to go with cesium. I think is one.
Cesium. Nice. OK, cesium. No red line for you as you're currently the high scorers. How many of our 100 people said cesium? It's right. That's a good score. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to a nice round 20.
That's CS. That's another one that will react violently if you drop it into water. It has to be stored in oil at all times, cesium.
Like anchovies.
Yes, very similar. Very similar.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, Chris.
I'm going to go for Richard's chemical element, osmium.
Osmium, why not? Let's see how many of our 100 people said osmium. Here is your red line. Can you get below that? Well done. Down goes to 2. Very strong. Taking your total up to 5.
I often say you can tell it's named after me because it's very dense and hard to work with. It's actually the densest of all the elements.
Is it?
Yeah.
How dense, though?
Oh, but I mean, really dense.
I mean, really dense.
Think of something dense.
OK.
OK,
Yeah.
now multiply it by 4 and add 2.
Oh!
That is
wow,
dense,
that's
isn't it?
dense.
So dense you couldn't even multiply it by 4 and add 2.
Wow. Thank you very much. Now, Val.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Val, no, but it's good. Don't worry.
Is it
17 or less.
Yeah,
17,
yeah,
you've got some leeway here. There's leeway.
All the ones I can think of are really common. I'm going to go for one that people might not realise because it isn't the same as its name, if you see what I mean. And
Good.
that's gold.
OK, gold.
Yes.
Going for gold. Let's see how many of our 100 people said gold. There's your red line. So far, it's paying off, Val. Oh, no! Oh, no, 36 for gold, I'm afraid. Taking your total up to 38.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a nice way of thinking, but it's actually the biggest scorer of all gold, unfortunately. There's only 3 pointless answers here, amazingly. They are erbium, flerobium, and nobelium. Very well done if you said any of those. I'll give you some low scorers. 1 point each for copernicium, fermium, holmium, lawrencium, livermorium, lutetium, and meitnerium. You've got 2 points for neptunium, praseodymium, and, of course, osmium, which was a terrific answer. Very well played.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So we are at the end of our second round, which means we have to say goodbye to another pair, Val and John. I'm so sorry. This is where we say goodbye to you. Only for now, though. We'll see you again next time. You've been so good up to this point, up to the gold moment, that I have high hopes for your reappearance. So we'll look forward to that. Thank you very much indeed, Val and John. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Julian, Chris, Osama and Robert. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. But before we play the head-to-head, let's see if we can't boost that jackpot now with a little bonus round, see if we can find some pointless answers. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many types of bicycle as they could. Richard.
Yep, 6 names on the board. 4 of them are bicycles. 2 of them are red herrings. 2 of them are pointless answers up there. Can you find the pointless answers? If you can, we'll add £250 to the jackpot.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so here is our list of bicycle types. Downhill, recumbent, rousal, tourer, pedelec, burn. There we are. 4 of those are actual bicycle types, and of those 4, 2 are pointless. 2 aren't bikes at all. Julie and Chris.
OK. Oh, do you know?
Downhill bike, I presume, and tourer.
Should we go?
Pedelec's a bit. Is that an electric bike? I'm not sure.
It could be, yeah. Should we go for that?
I think we go for Rosell. Or
OK.
Burn. Or...
Rosa. Yeah,
Rosa.
we'll go for Rosa.
OK, we can go for rousal. OK, let's see if that is a pointless answer. Rousal. Oh, no! Oh, no! I was somehow attracted by rousal there. Clearly, we fell for some weird mind game that was being played on us there. OK, Osama and Robert. One of the incorrect answers has gone. Let's see if we can't find a pointless answer.
Recumbent. Maybe burn might be, but...
Or
recumbent.
Recumbent's definitely right, because it's
Yeah.
the funny sit-down ones, isn't it?
I think maybe going for burn. I think go for burn.
OK, on your head
Go
bits.
for burn.
For the burn. On your head be it, says Robert. Well, that's not the spirit. Let's see. How many of our 100 people said burn? Is it pointless? Oh, no! Well, what about that?
I think it's the first time we've ever picked both the incorrect answers, so something to be said for it. So listen, all 4 of these are bicycles. 2 of them are pointless answers. Recumbent, I think everyone knew was a bicycle, but everyone quite rightly avoided. Would have scored you 4. Now, 2 of these are pointless answers if you had to go for one.
Well, I'm guessing tourer must be the other obvious one, so downhill and pedelec, I'd suggest.
Well, pedelec you thought maybe was one of those electric bikes. You're quite right, it is, and it's a pointless answer. And you are also right, Zander. Tourer, that would have scored a point. Which means downhill is the other answer. Very well done. If you said downhill and pedelec, they were the pointless answers. I mean, what a lot of fuss to add nothing to the jackpot.
Well, exactly. But still, we've all learnt something that we can now forget.
We should, given, if you ever get 2 incorrect answers, I don't think it's ever happened before, we should halve the jackpot.
That's a good
We won't do
idea.
that, 'cause there's no jeopardy at all.
Oh, I know.
No jeopardy in this
No,
round.
it's right. This
Just a bit of
round's just
fun.
fun. It's just fun. Well, bad luck. I'm afraid we weren't able to find any pointless answers there, but hey, we've lost nothing. Let's play the head-to-head. As ever, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you are now allowed to confer. Best of luck to both pairs. Our first question today is all about UK Prime Ministers. Richard.
I'll show you 5 pictures now of UK Prime Ministers, but who are they, please?
OK, let's reveal the Prime Ministers, and here they are. We've got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. 5 UK Prime Ministers. Now, Julie and Chris, you're our golden couple, so you get to go first.
I think he is Lord George, but I think go with him.
OK. OK, we're going to go for A, Jim Callaghan.
OK, Jim Callaghan, say Julie and Chris. Now then, Osama and Robert. Do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
Yeah, so I think B is Anthony Eden. C is Theresa May. D is Gordon Brown. E, I'm not sure. It might... No, I don't know. E. So should we go for B?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Eden.
OK, you're going to say Anthony Eden for B. So we have Callaghan and we have Eden. Julie and Chris said James Callaghan for A. Let's see how many of our 100 people got Callaghan. Callaghan is absolutely right. And that goes down to 21. Osama and Robert, meanwhile, have gone for B and have said Anthony Eden. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Eden for B. It's right. Now, Callaghan's on 21. Eden passes 21 and goes down to 5. Look at that. That's a great score. Which means very well done indeed, Osama and Robert. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Tough to win a point against people who recognise Anthony Eden. I think, yeah, very well played. 5 points for that. You're right about Theresa May. What do you think she scores?
17.
84.
84.
One of our 100 said Margaret Thatcher.
Really?
Right about Gordon Brown. He would have scored 62. Blimey. And the final one is the best answer on the board. If you had to have a guess at that one?
Lloyd George?
Yes.
Lloyd George, yeah. Would have scored 4 points. Very well done if you said Lloyd George at home.
Lloyd George, I mean, he must have spent quite a lot of his adult life just sucking soup off that moustache. That's...
It's an unusual choice, isn't it?
It's a, you know...
Yeah. There's a very simple way of making that easier on himself. Yeah. I mean, Eden, look, very sensible.
Sensible.
Yeah.
Very sensible. Almost too sensible. It's barely there, his moustache.
Yeah, you want somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between. There we go. Thank you very much indeed. OK, now here comes your second question. Julie and Chris, you have to win this one to stay in the game. Osama and Robert get to answer it first, so good luck with that. Our second question is all about turkeys. Richard.
Yep, 5 clues now that have something to do with Turkey in one way or another.
Thank you so much. Let's reveal our 5 clues. Here they come. We've got the game show in which a contestant infamously gave turkey as an answer multiple times in the Big Money Round, alliterative name for the early 20th century ballroom dance set to ragtime music, supposedly based on the movement of the bird, number of consecutive strikes typically needed to get a turkey in 10-pin bowling, name of the puppet turkey that won the public vote to represent Ireland at the 2008 Eurovision Song Contest, and the capital city of Turkey. I'll read those clues again. The game show in which a contestant infamously gave turkey as an answer multiple times in the Big Money Round, alliterative name for the early 20th century ballroom dance set to ragtime music, supposedly based on the movement of the bird, number of consecutive strikes typically needed to get a turkey in 10-pin bowling, name of the puppet turkey that won the public vote to represent Ireland at the 2008 Eurovision Song Contest, and the capital city of Turkey. There we are. Osama and Robert will go first.
Yeah. So I think Dustin is the name of the puppet that's turkey. Yeah. So I think we'll go for the name of the puppet turkey that won the Irish Eurovision. I think it was Dustin the turkey.
Dustin the turkey. OK, Dustin. Julie and Chris, over to you. Do you fancy talking us through that board?
No, not at all. The only one we think with the capital city of Turkey is Ankara.
That's the one you're going to go for, Ankara. Yeah. We have Dustin versus Ankara. In the order they were given, Osama and Robert have gone for Dustin, the name of the Turkey and the Irish Eurovision entry. Let's see how many of our 100 people got Dustin. Dustin is right. That's a great score. Down it goes to 7. Very well done indeed. Meanwhile, Julie and Chris have gone for Ankara, the capital city of Turkey. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ankara. Ankara is right. And there it is, 34 for Ankara, which means, very well done indeed, Osama and Robert, after only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, what a head-to-head performance. Anthony Eden and Dustin the turkey. There you go, good knowledge. Yeah, 34 for Ankara. 42 people of our 100 said Istanbul. So there you go. Ankara, the right answer, though. The game show?
I don't know.
It's Family Fortunes. A very funny clip, if you get to see it. Type in Family Fortunes and Turkey. 21 for that. Don't watch it till after the end of the show.
Yeah.
The illustrative name for the dance?
Is it Turkey Trot?
It is Turkey Trot, yeah. Would have scored you 18. And the consecutive strikes?
I don't know.
It is 3.
3.
Would have scored you 32 points. So, Dustin, best answer on the board.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. I'm afraid, Julie and Chris, it's you. You've played incredibly well today. There you are, our golden couple in the head-to-head round. But I'm afraid Osama and Robert, wow, just all over it.
Amazing.
Dustin the turkey, I'm afraid. Did it for you. But it's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing, Julie and Chris. But for Osama and Robert, it's now time for our pointless final. Huge congratulations to Osama and Robert. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is there, standing at £1,000. We've been giving it away quite a lot recently. This will be our 3rd on the trot, so it'd be quite impressive if you can do that. Anything in particular you want to see come up?
I wouldn't mind Star Wars coming up.
The whole of Star Wars, or do you have
Yeah,
any sort of particular...
The movies particularly, I don't mind which ones.
OK.
Or football or cricket in terms of sport wouldn't be too bad either.
OK. Robert?
Yep. I mean, you picked two of my top subjects for the last round. So Eurovision and UK Prime Ministers have gone.
You shouldn't have said that. We were just so impressed that you just...
We thought you just knew everything.
You spanned those particular...
It's quite a breadth. But yeah, so Formula One would be good on the sport front.
OK.
Yeah,
Well, listen, let's see what happens. 4 things will appear. You just have to pick the one that scares you the least. The British and Irish Peerage, Shakespeare's Tragedies, Pet Shop Boys, International Sports Umpires and Referees.
I mean,
What do you think?
What do you think?
Not Pet Shop Boys or Shakespeare. British and Irish Peerage might be something that you might know.
I'm probably more confident on the Pet Shop Boys of the two of them, but...
It would be all...
Do you know anything about the umpires and referees?
I know some, but it would be quite obvious.
Yeah.
If it's Pet Shop Boys, it'll be all you.
Yeah.
If it's umpires, it'll be all me.
Fair enough.
I think Pet Shop Boys I could probably give a stab at.
OK,
so it
should
might
we
be
do that?
Yeah.
Should we Pet Shop Boys.
OK, Pet Shop Boys it is.
OK, first time it's been on the board, and off it goes immediately. Looking for any of the following, please. We're looking for the name of any UK Top 40 album by the Pet Shop Boys up to October 2019, please. We're looking for any of their UK Top 40 singles that come alphabetically between Go West and West End Girls, again up to October 2019. Or we're looking for any word of 4 or more letters in the lyrics to West End Girls, according to the Pet Shop Boys website. So UK Top 40 albums, Top 40 singles that come alphabetically there, or any words of 4 or more letters in West End Girls. Of course, we won't count West or Girls.
Great song. So, thank you very much. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
So on singles, you've got
Yeah.
Say Vida A jumps
Yeah.
into my head.
Okay.
On West End Girls, you got Sometimes You're Better Off Dead. There's a gun in your hand. It's pointing at your head. So pointing. Theirs.
Theirs might be quite good.
You Think You're Mad, Too Unstable, kicking down chairs and knocking down tables in a restaurant.
No, kicking.
Kicking.
Not kicking, nothing. But what was the
Restaurant
singles that
in
you
the West End town. So Say Vida A is
Yeah.
one they did that springs to mind. What else?
Maybe-
It's a Sin would be a really high scorer. What else did?
I think with words we could stick with knocking.
Yeah.
Knocking.
Ground. And then
And then the album that you said. What was it?
it was an album,
Oh,
it was a single.
Sorry.
And then so Knocking, and should go for
10 seconds left.
what are the words should we go for?
It was knocking,
and-
theirs,
There's
and the singles.
actually go for Pointy instead.
Pointing.
There's,
Yeah. And the
That is your time up. OK, let's have your 3 answers. What are you going to give me?
For the words, we'll go for pointing
Pointing
and knocking.
and knocking.
And then for the singles, we'll go for Say Vida A.
Say Vida A. OK, there we are. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I think pointing.
pointing.
Yeah.
OK, pointing goes last. Least likely to be pointless?
Probably the other word, knocking.
Knocking, and then Say Vida A
Yeah.
in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up in that order then, and here they are. We have got knocking, Say Vida A, and pointing. Well, very, very best of luck. If one of these turns out to be pointless and wins that jackpot for you, what would you like to do with your £1,000, Osama?
A sensible thing would be to put it towards savings, probably towards a house in the future.
That's the sensible thing. You're not going to do the
No,
sensible
probably
thing, are
not.
you? Surely not.
I'll go off on a holiday, spend it straight up.
Very
out
good
the way.
indeed. OK, Robert, how about you?
So we've just moved house and done a load of building works. My garden is completely trashed. So I'll probably spend it on some trees and plants and
Excellent.
something like that.
How nice. Good. Well, let's hope one of these turns out to be pointless and wins the jackpot for you. In the first case, we're looking for words of 4 letters or more in West End Girls. You've gone for knocking. Let's find out if that is right. Let's find out if it's pointless for £1,000. How many people said knocking? Knocking is right. Just has to be pointless now for you to win that jackpot of £1,000. Knocking now takes us down through the teens, through the singles, and down we go to pointless. Look at that. Very well done indeed. That is very impressive. Good stuff. I mean, Look at that. First answer. A pointless answer. Ah, trees and shrubs. All
Everywhere.
these exciting things. A holiday. Fantastic. Very well done. Yeah, knocking is a pointless answer, which means you are taking home today's jackpot of £1,000.
Very nicely done. I have to say, if there's one category in the world that would sort of sit in between Eurovision and British Prime Ministers, it's probably the Pet Shop Boys, to be fair. They sort of, that's in the Venn diagrams, the only thing in the middle, I think. I know lots of Pet Shop Boys fans at home will have got pointless answers here. Say Avida A was also a pointless answer. Very well done. Pointing, which is your last answer. 1 point.
Oh,
what
no.
losers?
Oh,
what
no.
losers? Can you believe it? So I'm afraid we're going to have
Just
to take
2
the
out
money
of 3.
back.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. No, really, really well done. Loads and loads of good pointless answers. We'll start with the albums. Now, all Pet Shop Boys albums have one-word titles, and there's loads of them here. Loads of their biggest albums as well. Behaviour is a pointless answer. Introspective, Release, yes. Alternative, Bilingual, Discography, Elysium, Format, Fundamental, Nightlife, that's one word. Pandemonium, Pop Art, that's one word as well. Super, Ultimate, Disco 2 and Disco 3 are all pointless answers. Very well done if you said any of those. The biggest scorers were actually Please and the original Disco. Now, those UK top 40 singles. Again, some big songs here for Pet Shop Boys fans. I'm As Stupid as a pointless answer. Love Comes Quickly, Love, etc. So Hard. Now, all their albums have one-word titles, but their singles tend to be slightly longer. So pointless answers for How Can You Expect to Be Taken Seriously? I Don't Know What You Want, But I Can't Give It Anymore. That's a pointless answer. I Wouldn't Normally Do This Kind of Thing. It Doesn't Often Snow at Christmas. All of those were pointless answers, as were I Get Along. Jealousy is a pointless answer. It's All Right is a pointless answer. Miracles, Numb. Loads and loads of pointless answers there. The biggest scorers were It's a Sin, Rent and Suburbia. Now, the final one is these words in West End Girls. And there's loads and loads of pointless answers. I think you pretty much went through every single one of these when you were in your 60 seconds. Knocking, Restaurant, Underground, Unstable. Bean, Built, Cool, Chairs, Choices, Choose. Dive Down, Every Face is Finland. From Future, Geneva, Glass, Hand, Hard, Have, Head, Home. Just Kicking. Lake, Last, Many, Much, Nation, Need, Other Option, Past, Posters, Running Shadows. Stuff, Station, Stone, Tables. There's Think Today, Voices. Wait. We've When, Which Whispering, Your. All of those were pointless
that's
answers.
nice.
That's nice, isn't it?
Your.
Boys was the biggest scorer.
Excellent.
There you go.
Thank you very much
Pleasure.
indeed, Richard. And thanks once again to our winning players, Osama and Robert, who take away today's jackpot of £1,000. Very well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.